Hey there, fellow Empire builders. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain. Episode 51, using AI cores to expand the Empire. Alright, monthly expenses. How are we doing with the restoration? 93%. So sometime this month, the purification core will be done, I think. Now, I don't even have enough space for the supplies I want. So I'm going to have to go over to Tarmarin and sell on the open or the black market. Question. Should I install the mantle bore on Tarmarin? So I have two mantle bores, and Tarmarin, if you're wondering, has regular ore and organics. It is, I think, the only planet that produces organics for me. Nope, Dolio does too. I forgot about that. Dolio is actually a good contender for Manticore as well. Where should I install a mantle bore? Tarmarin, Dolio, nowhere. Save both, or both Tar and Dol. There you go. So I have two of them. I can install both. I could save both. I could do one or the other. Okay, so we're black marketing stuff done. Resupply done. Research facility has 136 database. Pretty good. Oh, yeah, you can take that too, and take some of this. It looks like you guys want me to Does the mental bore work with fracking? No. So the way it works is, let me show you the research tree. Is you have geothermal fracking, which is upgraded from mining. And then you have mining megaplex, which is upgraded from mining. So it's a separate fork. So if I want to, and it looks like you guys want me to install on both. So I'm going to downgrade fracking to mining and then upgrade to mining megaplex here on Tarmarin. And then installing a mental bore for it. And then I'll be doing the same thing at Dolio. So both Dolio and Tarmarin are getting the mining mental bores. To that end, I'll do Dolio's later, because I'm not going to head over there right now. Oh, actually, I'll head over there real quick, because I have a bunch of other blueprints I want to put away, so I don't accidentally lose them, sell them, etc. So the mining megaplex yields far more resources, but really only in the case where you have a mantle bore to be installed. So if you see in the fine text there, domain integration, with the mantle bore, the total bonus for production is +6, but without a bore, it receives a -4 penalty towards production. So basically, the mining megaplex without a mantle bore is not better than fracking. Would be the sort of TLDR. So I wouldn't consider doing a mining megaplex without it. But the fact that we have two bores now, we might as well. So I'll show you here at Dolio. So getting rid of fracking down. So right now we produce 12 organics with fracking. downgraded mining, it's now 10. And then upgrading to mining megaplex without the mentabore, it would not be a significant boost, but adding the mentabore is what really kicks it up into overdrive. So it's already 13, which is more than fracking, and this is without the mining megaplex being built, which will then be like 19 or something like that. I'm going to drop all my blueprints and AI cores that I intend to keep on Nabla, and then we'll go back to the search. How much time do I have left in the prediction? I have like 8 minutes left. Oh, and there we go. Purification core is complete. So if I take a look at my megastructures, monthly running cost for the Pluto is now about $500,000. And I'm going to ramp it up at the end of this month. I know my monthly running cost is going to be really expensive. The last section here is like an additional forge for supply, which is something I'm going to want running. But yeah, there we go. So see my purified transphotonics here is 460 supply. One of the reasons why we did this is if we wanted to restore the coronal collector here, the coronal collector requires 250 purified transphotonics to be able to rebuild, and I didn't have that without the without the Pluto running. So what I'm trying to do is run the Pluto here. Yeah, there we go. So this is the minimal cost to run the Pluto station to supply the purified transphotonics. With that said, my guess is I need more worlds to support the economy of restoring the coronal hypershunt before I really bother doing that. Because this alone costs about 665k to supply the materials needed for the coronal hypershunt coronal collector recovery project. So I think I'm gonna ramp this down to essentially 0. It's still $500,000, but I really don't have the funds for it. So instead, I'm gonna start to do Bifrost gates. I'm gonna start to build Bifrost gates, and Bifrost gates need 160 of my 180 refined. So we can start to build the Bifrost Gate network. So yeah, at this point, we're waiting on me to start to colonize other planets before I really jump into rebuilding the hypershunt. All right. I'll resolve the last prediction after clearing one more facility. So if we jump to Gamma Novo Lambda Lady or whatever, that has a gate. I think that's right next to this jump. Some of my planets have a yellow planetary modifier. So that is this thing. This is synergy between related industries. So for instance, Dolio has artisanal farming and a resort center. So it increases the accessibility, or the income rather, by artisanal farming by 10%. And then it also has a terminus and a resort center, which increases the accessibility by 10%. So there's a lot of synergies to take advantage of. when developing planets, that related industries like one another. And then here on Nabla, it increases the upkeep of the Cascade reprocessor by 25%, increases the production units by 1 because it has the Cascade reprocessor and sublimation. And then the Cascade reprocessor and the Orbital Scout Works increases the production by 1 because of synergies as well. So these are industrial synergies. On Tarmarin, there is no such synergies. There's crime because of Underworld. Raveno has synergies between the Skunk Works and the smelter as well. And Red Fox doesn't have any synergies. So when you're planning out your planets, planning, you know, mining, smelting, and industrial production on one planet, you know, has benefits for Ashes of the Domain. And it's also important to note this is an Ashes of the Domain feature. This is not a vanilla Starsector feature. And I think it mentions that too, right? No, it doesn't on the tooltip. But yeah, it's a Ashes of the Domain feature. Oh, this one got plundered by someone else. Next stop. Oh, Red Fox had an event. Not that I see. Did I miss something? Click on the pop-up building? What pop-up building? I'll need more detail if you want me to, like, go data mining for whatever you're talking about. The population? It has nothing going on? Okay, here is at the Toxic World. I think it's the only world here. Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, no, it is the only world here. Okay, and it hasn't already been cleared. That's good. Because I've already gone to 2, which other faction expeditions have beat me to the punch. Because I'm not the only one after this science. It's important to note. Fleet going right or left? What do you think? I'm always trying to predict which way the brunt of their forces are gonna arrive. Still don't know yet. Oh, right up the middle. That'll work. I don't have to go hunting for them then. Oh, ho, 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 Nova! That looked like it hurt, bud. Alright, I gotta keep the Pegasus alive as much as I'd like to finish off the Nova. The Pegasus is gonna get fried if I don't help. Alright. Other Paragon, don't just park behind me. That's honestly low-key obnoxious. Yo, you're... Oh my god, other Paragon, I hate you. This other Paragon is getting the Pegasus killed. It, like, parked behind... Yeah, it got it killed. This Paragon parked behind me, meaning that I could not directly help the Pegasus, and then decided to moon the rest of the fleet, meaning it wasn't trying to help the Pegasus. Granted, it had attack orders on the Nova, but the path it took caused the damage. Whatever. We'll recover the ship, it's fine. Just obnoxious the way that worked out. And I need to vent, but this Paragon that I ordered it to attack the Nova did not put it in a position whatsoever to attack the Nova, and is being a massive idiot. It's sitting behind me and not strafing around me, and basically blocking me in. Like, get off of my butt! Like, get the hell away from me, dude! Go away! I need to vent! And you're camping my aft. Get off my aft. Nah, I'm just gonna have to danger vent here, because this thing is just a hunk of junk. At least he blew up the Nova, so there's that. But it's honestly consolation for also having blown up our other capital ship. Maybe this is like Battlestar Galactica and he's like secretly a Cylon or something. Are you Boomer in there? Is that what's going on? Fortunately, I didn't blow up. And recovered fine enough. We have a deep enough roster that like a lost ship or two is not a big issue. Because it decided to bring more than we probably needed. Because there hasn't been a fight where I've actually fielded everyone. Moment of truth for the second prediction. Wow! Screw you too, game. Screw you too. Okay, prediction is another no. Hi. What to do next? If you want me to continue looking for the biofactory embryo, I will put up yet a third prediction. But I don't want to put up the prediction if I'm about to change priorities. And for whatever reason, as you saw, the debris from that fight was, like, over here. It's, like, offset towards the star by, like, a bunch of units. I don't know why. It just is. Alright, monthly expense was mostly stockpile withdrawn. Of course, the Pluto mining is no small upkeep. So, at this point, blueprints. So the Bifrost network is 20% built. And, let's see. While you're voting, I'm going to do one more pre-collapse facility. Even though I see the writing on the walls of colonizing new planets. You know, I get why these aren't being cleared, but I wish it was easier to... I wish they were a different color, like they were like grayed out or something, if they were plundered, so that at a glance you could tell. Because it's getting, honestly, kind of difficult to find unplundered pre-collapse facilities at this point. Just because I've plundered so many. Oh, this one was already hit by someone else. Plundered, plundered, plundered. I think everything in the southwest quadrant now is plundered. Yeah, all of these are plundered. Going through the list here, This one is not plundered, as far as I know. Neither this one, so there's 2 up here. There's 3 up here that are unplundered, as far as I am aware. And I'm saying it that way because other factions may have plundered it, and I don't know about that yet. And those might be the only unplundered in the, oh no, the Tupliak, way up here in green, is unplundered. So there's 4 in the known galaxy that are unplundered at the moment. It's not to say that I know of all of them. Obviously, there's got to be some up this way. I just haven't surveyed here, which is why it has such low plundering. Okay, you guys want me to colonize new planets, so let's pivot. So question is, what factors should I consider when colonizing new planets? So here is some things to think about. I could do proximity to the hypershunt. So eventually the idea is to bring the coronal hypershunt online in Zeta Keshwari. Initially, the lowest upkeep cost is any system within 10 light years. But if I can adjust the effective range once this is fully restored, to allow it to be all the way up to 70 light years, depending on if I'm providing purified transphotonics or not. I don't think I want to max it out to 70, but the system that has it in here is here, in the Huma Nebula. So I could search for like 10 or 15 light years around, 10 to, like, let's say 20 light years around for colony candidates around here. Another factor is a proximity to core. So I could prioritize systems closer to core because they're going to have increased trade with core as a result, because they're just easier physically to get to and from. I could also just do class 5 worlds. So worlds that are like the best possible regardless of other factors. Or proximity to my existing worlds. Which, there's a little bit of synergy with proximity to the hypershunt, because some of my worlds are obviously close to the hypershunt. Red Fox is here in New Guan, Tarshish is here, and then the hypershunt is obviously within 10 light years of both. So I'm going to have you guys vote on this while I mosey on back to Nabla, change my fleet composition around, and get ready to start colonizing. Which means pulling alpha cores out from industries to prepare them to become governors. Which is only going to piss off the hedge more, but, like, who cares? And when considering these, I'll consider the factors together. So for like 1 and 3 are the most popular, I'll try to find class 5 worlds around the hypershunt, for instance. Which seems to be the popular option, so we'll see what I can do. Alright, so hypershunt class 5 worlds, just about tied. Got it. Underworld, manage the core, put in the beta core instead. At Raveno, there's the orbital fleet work facility. I'm going to leave the AI core in there for now. I'm probably only going to, like, maybe colonize 2 planets at a time. Because I'm simply not going to have the kind of income to support more than that. Because I can't. The Pluto mining station has a monthly running cost, which can't be reduced, right? The laser, even at 0, still costs 100k. And then the purification core, even not smelting, still has a supply cost. basically it's just like upkeep. There is that frozen world that had all the amazing resources. Oh, Dolio. Major event. On the world of Dolio, a tremor shakes the foundations of your burgeoning colony. It's not really burgeoning, though, is it? It's not an uncommon occurrence for a geologically active region, but this quake reveals something unexpected. Veteran miners, hardened by months of toiling in the sparse ore veins, report the discovery of an ancient mine shaft hidden for ages beneath the surface. The entrance, cracked open by a seismic shift, is a gaping maw in the rock. A powerful draft, a relentless air pull emanates from the forgotten shaft, sucking the miners' suits at the miners' suits and stirring up clouds of fine regolith. It has been doing so for days, a constant unnerving whisper from the depths. This alone speaks volumes. For such a vacuum to persist suggests either a colossal sealed cavern system or a connection to some unknown subterranean process. Flickering lamplight cast deep into the opening catches on glints of something unusual. Not a dull gleam of common ore, but the unmistakable iridescent shimmer of transplutonics. Uh-oh, I actually don't want transplutonics on my farming world, but alright, we'll see. A far rarer and more valuable resource. The discovery has sent ripples of excitement and unease with the mining community. The promise of wealth is undeniable, but the sheer age and mystery of the shaft, coupled with the unnatural air pull, instills primal apprehension. Is it a forgotten relic of a long-dead civilization, or a natural phenomena of incredible scale? So, I can either venture into the unknown, which adds transplutonic ore deposits and increases the upkeep of mining operations for 2 months, or seal the gate, which reduces stability. So, choice, venture or seal. In this case, I think Dolio does not use soil nanites, so it doesn't really matter if there is transplutonics on Dolio. Soil nanites is a colony item that we have installed on Tarmarin, if I'm not mistaken, which can't be installed when transplutonic ore is present, but that is not the case on Dolio. And it looks like venturing into the unknown. So here in Dolio, let's see, was I right? Yeah, we have artisanal farming, which does not use soil nanites. So on Dolio, as a result, we have sparse rare ore deposits now, which we did not have before, which means the mantle bore, the autonomous mantle bore that we're installing here, is going to be able to bore 3 things. Not a lot of 3 things, but we all of a sudden out of nowhere are getting 8 units of transplutonic ore that we didn't have before, which is kind of awesome. Putting Dolio as the 3rd highest producer of transplutonic ore in the whole galaxy, just from that one event. So, like, pretty cool, I would say. So we're heading over to Tarshish to grab some crew and grab some supplies ready for colonization. And then we'll do our best. Oops, that's not what I meant to click. So I'm going to take, on this run, I'm going to take 2 alpha cores, or yeah, let's take 3 alpha cores. And then we're probably going to want a lot more crew and heavy machinery than I currently have. And supplies, right? It costs a lot of supplies to colonize. So when it comes to crew, one thing I don't really have is like crew ships. Ships that have big, allow for a lot of crew. So I might have to do back and forth return trips because, so what I'll do here is just max out my crew. Oh, actually, no, we have a lot more crew. Never mind, I take that back. We have space for a ton of crew. It's not going to be an issue. I have over 4,000 more crew than I need on this ship. which is pretty good. Okay, so here is where we are going to head. So let's go to the intel screen and go to planets and sort by hazard rating. And then take a look at this with distance. Actually, I would say the best way to do this is to actually go to the hypershunt first. And then look at hazard rating and distance from the hypershunt as a mix of intel. So I'm going to do that. That way I'm filtering for both. So the hypershunt is in this trinary system. Oh, and High Command's done it. Red Fox, nice. So if we go to the intel screen and sort planets by distance, we have Delta Xion, which is that cryovolcanic planet that you guys were referring to, which is only 9 light years away. So this is an obvious choice for a colony, because it has ultra rare, and plentiful volatiles. And it doesn't have extreme. It has extreme cold, which we could potentially mine the volatiles and then use an orbital fusion lamp to heat it up, because we do have a spare orbital fusion lamp. We have Zil. Zil is 7.8 light years away, and it is an organics, moderate ore, adequate farming, vast ruin world, which is habitable with low gravity. And honestly, those two worlds are completely those two worlds are just the obvious choices. So we'll go to Zil first. Land course to Svarga. And raffle timer is up for the names of these worlds. So good luck to my subscribers that are chatting right now. You can become a planet. So one interesting thing about Zil is there is another tundra world which has a really low hazard rating here, which could be farmed. So like, and this system is so close to core too, just by chance. What? We got Doom Blueprint and a Hollow Suite. Okay. I like, it also has a pre-collapse facility. I am so confused. Someone cleared the pre-collapse facility and then didn't search the ruins, I think is what happened. All right. Sure. I guess. So I think initially I'm going to do tech mining here for the chance to maybe get a biofactory embryo. I just don't think it's going to happen, but like, you never know. The other thing that I completely forgot to do is to bring transphotonic and ore so that I could build comms. I super failed at that. I should have done that. So let's go over to Nakara and buy that stuff, because Nakara is really close by, so that my initial worlds are a little bit more stable. I ran out of supplies to search? Oh, that might have been it. Yep, that sounds like me. I already have metals, so I just need some transplutonic. Got it. This is going to be rough on the wallet. I'm going to have to earn some money soon. Wait, is this... Oh, there's remnants here in Sfarga? Okay. I guess. Haven't seen the wallet this low in a while? Yeah, Pluto mining is expensive. That's why I'm colonizing, so that I can build up more money, more income to support more empire building. All right. So stability 3, but that's going to climb once we build some infrastructure there. So the next one was Delta Xion, I think, at this planet. Yep, absolutely. And luckily it is adjacent. So it's going to be relatively easy to support these two planets because they're in the same sort of neighborhood and they're also very close to core, which means that they'll have really high accessibility ratings. So they're both very good contenders. And with that said, there is around here around Tarshish, there's like all of the kitten constellation that I've not yet surveyed, and the Calico. Wow, it's really cat themed, isn't it? That might be worth investigating as well at some point if surveying was a thing to do. And I think the first industry here is obviously going to be an extractive one, because this world is super high mineral resources. Now, question I have for you guys. Should I stop building a mining megaplex at Tarmarin? So here's the thinking. Tarmarin's mining megaplex, the autonomous manticore might be better suited for, let's name these planets, actually. So the first one's going to be Blazon Rock, which is going to be the arid world. I guess that makes sense. It is a hot world, after all. And then the second world is going to be King Glass. So the thinking here is to move the mining megaplex, or the autonomous manticore drill here. The drill requires what? Just to make sure I'm allowed to move it. Not a gas giant and not habitable. And yes, King Glass meets both those requirements. So, and it looks like you guys are in complete agreement that yes, Tarmarin, cancel upgrade, and choose fracking instead. And then I'll pull the drill. So current priority is move the drill from Tar to King. You got it. All right. What I'm going to be doing after this, after I build a comms here, is running more survey missions for running more survey missions for core worlds, building up my reputation with the core worlds, and then also potentially earning money to support the colonies, because money's a big thing. And I want to also reduce my fleet size so it's cheaper to run my fleet, so that I can turn more of the money into colony support. I think there's good synergy between those three things. So there's 2 probes here. I think I'm going to be a bit more choosy about what I accept, though. Looking specifically for, like, mining station stuff. Because I'll also plunder the remaining facilities as well, because that does make money. Usually. I also just install the holosuite into Dolio while I'm at this as well. Oh, right. I need to go back and do AI admins. True. I totally forgot. And I have huge penalties now from management penalties are ridiculous. Thank you for reminding me. I'll be doing that in just a moment. All right, so I got the mental board. The hollow suite. So the commerce here makes yeah, definitely on Dolio. I already built the satellites, so I don't need the material for satellites. It's already done. And extractive operation is done. Now with these two worlds, I'm mostly going to be concerned about stability. So let's do orbital stations, and I'll only be able to afford one of them for now. But at the end of next month, that will be that won't be true. Can the hollow suite be installed on the underworld? No, it's installed in commerce only. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector Ashes of the Domain, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.